Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Start this meeting at 9:06. And it looks like we have everyone here but Dan today. Let's go to item number 1 for the approval of today's agenda. Are there any additions or changes to that anyone knows of? Alan,
No.
we're good?
Yep. Standing pat.
Okay. Can I get a motion on approval?
I move to approve.
I think Joe Jean just barely beat you on that one, Patrick.
Oh, sure.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Let's go to the item 2 consent agenda for our minutes for October 16th, 2025. Can I get a motion on that?
I move to approve.
There you go, Patrick. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Let's jump down to item 15. Vitale. Did you have any particular concerns, Vitale? This looks like a fairly straightforward thing.
No concerns.
Okay.
I just wanted to submit the new colors. I think the trim color, I'm not even changing. I think I'm keeping the same. It's mainly the body.
Okay.
And it's not a approved color, but it's very similar to a lot of homes that were done in the past. If you guys have any questions, I'm here.
I've got no questions. Anybody else?
No.
No.
Can I get a motion?
I move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. There you
Awesome.
go. Thanks, Vitale.
Thank you. Guys, have a good day.
All right. Let's go to trying to get our guests through here first. Let's go to item 5, 74 Grandview Lane.
That's Lauren and Mike.
Hey, you guys up?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we talked to Mike. I think we talked to Mike on Tuesday. I had a couple more questions after visiting you, Mike. It looks like you didn't seem to know about the heat pump. I'm seeing a heat pump on the construction change.
Yeah, I'm not sure the heat pump you're referring to on the construction change, because I didn't list a heat pump on the construction change. So I want to make sure first that's the correct construction change for this project.
Okay.
And there's not one shown on the plans right now. I'm happy to provide some information of the direction that we're going regarding heating and cooling.
Do you have
But
the agenda in front of you? Our agenda? Our agenda?
yes, I do.
I've got page 13 of item 5.
Page 13. On the agenda, I just see I don't have like a full document.
Okay. I'm seeing
Let me see if I can find that. Hang
okay.
on 1 second.
You're not talking about the agenda, you're talking about the request.
The packet.
The packet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Patrick. Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing a Mitsubishi heat pump, and it looks like it will be installed on the exterior.
That's not us. Yeah, I didn't write any Mitsubishi heat pump on our construction change directive, nor have we specified one,
Wonder where that
as
came
far
from.
as I know.
It looks like the same sort of I'm seeing the same font and everything, so it looks like it was at some point part of your package.
Okay, do you know what sheet that's on?
Yeah, I'm calling it up now. What sheet?
It's page 13 of 19.
Yeah, I don't have the full packet. Let me see.
Hold on. I'll share the screen in just a moment. All right. Let me see if I can do this. Share.
But I think I'm starting to understand what you're talking about.
Can you guys see it?
Like it's trying to get here. There it is. Yeah.
There it is. Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay, yep, on the materials package. That's why I was a little confused. Yes, so this would be for if we're unable to connect, and it really depends on the loads that we'll have to work with the contractor on to connect to the existing ducted system. For that office space, we're gonna do ceiling cassette. There's a drop ceiling in there, and we'll do ceiling cassette mini splits, which are super energy efficient. And just like any heating system, this heat pump is really a condenser, so it allows it to power just like any heating system. And it also would be located kind of where we're showing that generator pad, which is on the north corner downslope of the house.
In that space, between you had a house and then I think there was like a paved area and then another, I think there was another structure behind it, maybe a shed. I can't remember now exactly. It seemed like there were
No.
two buildings in between, and there was like a breezeway. And my understanding was that a generator was going to go there.
Yeah, if you open up the site plan or even the first floor plan sheet, which would be the next sheet that you're showing, sheet 2, I believe.
Yeah, let me flip it around so it's easier to look at.
Yeah, that would be great.
And sorry for any motion sickness I may have caused.
You're doing
Yeah,
great,
so that
Alan. This is helpful.
Mitsubishi is if we can't connect to the ducted system because it won't support the loads for the new addition.
Is this the correct sheet?
You can use this one. So if you look actually, if you can go one more sheet, that'd be easier to locate it for you where it would be.
Okay.
A2.2.
Yeah.
Correct. So if you look at grids B1, there's that concrete pad right there.
This.
Yeah, it
So-
would go kind of tucked back in there where the little retaining walls are.
Okay.
See if I can make
Correct. So it would be concealed. You wouldn't see it. And also it's on that north end. So Mike is in possession of lot 7 and 8 as well. So there's no neighbor on that lot either.
Okay. So
And
you've
it's all
got,
the way down slope.
okay. Yeah. My biggest concern and the committee's concern would be the noise that it would generate, but it looks like you've already got some, it's sort of enclosed there. Is that right?
Correct. Yep,
Okay.
correct.
So
And
is
covered.
this actually a request for this in this application, or is this not part of this?
That's not part of the request. That was just to show materiality, so you guys had more information, but it wasn't part of the construction change request. It will be on the plans.
Okay. So that was not on the original plan?
No. It's
Okay.
never been showed on the plans.
Okay. So at some
That was
point
just
that
more
would need to
my-
be approved through our committee. I
Okay.
think we have enough information if what you're telling us right now is what you're planning, if need be. I guess this is,
Yeah,
if you need to do it, that's where it would go.
exactly. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
That's what it's there
Okay.
for.
And I
Correct.
think there was going to be a generator in there also.
That's potential for future,
Okay.
but that's where that would go as well. So again, it's out of the way and not obtrusive.
And that is concrete around it, right? So
Correct.
that's not going to create some sort of an echo chamber that amplifies the sound.
Not that I'm aware of. I haven't experienced that because it's not a full enclosure. It's still open on one side and has a deck far above it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody on the committee have any concern about that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Stop sharing. Let's get back to it. Stop playing. All right, item 5, 74 grand view.
Thank you. That was helpful, Ellen.
Yeah, before we go to the next one, is there any other comments? I know there was some concern about the hot tub. I just want to make sure that that was addressed as well.
Oh yeah, we're still talking about that.
Okay,
We're still on item 5.
okay, great.
Um,
Yeah, Daniel, I think you had some concerns about the house up above, about putting some kind of fencing, privacy fence or something for the hot tub.
yeah, I think a privacy screen would be appropriate there because it is, although it does feel like it's sort of a secluded area, we noticed the house that's right next door that sort of has a almost a bird's eye view of this hot tub. Um, I think it'd be appropriate to put some sort of screening on that side of the hot tub.
Okay, just for reference, because I know I just want to explain, and maybe Alan did as well. If we need to put a screen, that is, if that's what we need to do,
Mhm.
happy to do so. But just giving some information on the hot tub. The hot tub is actually sunken down. So
Right.
it doesn't sit on top of the deck fully, so it's actually sunken down.
Yeah,
And
that was our understanding.
okay, great. And then that concrete landscape retaining wall there that flanks it, that is above where if someone's sitting in the hot tub, it'd be above your head. So it's
Okay.
about a foot off the top of the hot tub.
Okay, so so there will be a deck. The deck is above the hot tub?
Yeah, so there's a deck, that low deck that the hot tub's on. There's
And
a concrete pad for the deck that's
Okay.
sunken down. So you
Lor-
climb into rather than up and into the tub.
Lauren, I'm wondering if that elevation you emailed me late yesterday afternoon
Yeah,
might be helpful.
I can
Uh,
pull that up.
no, I've got it.
Okay,
Just want.
great. Yeah,
Is this
just
the
to,
one?
just to make sure we're all on the same page, and then if we need to put a screen,
Is
we're
this the
happy
one?
to do
This is the
that.
one. Here we go.
Yeah, just to give you an idea.
Yeah, I think when we met with Mike, we had a pretty good understanding of what the plan was.
Okay.
Is that helpful at all?
That's what I was picturing. I didn't see that drawing, but that's how it was described to us.
Okay, great.
This came in, as you can see, yesterday at 4:17. Not enough time to get in front of y'all, but
So you're calling that space the generator landing and the bike wash area? That's behind the house there? Or
There's where the
is
bike
that is
wash
that
is,
is that where
there's
go ahead.
where the bike wash is, that's just a landing to get into an existing door to the mid-level of the house in there. It's just a walkway path. There's no generator there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And just for clarification, I'm looking at the concrete, the number 10 entry on your package. Board formed concrete, so that would be planks rather than like a piece of plywood, correct?
Correct. It makes it look more like wood siding, the
Yeah, no,
imprint of the
I like
concrete.
that. I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure it wasn't plywood.
No.
Um,
It's the pretty kind.
no, I like that effect.
Yeah.
I did have a question about, and I just noticed this fairly recently. Um, sorry, you gave us a lot of information here, which I appreciate, but I'm trying to get through it. Okay. Number 5, your metal flashing. The location is an ADU in a barn.
Oh, that is not part of this. Let me see.
what
Item
page,
number
Daniel?
5.
I'm looking at page 4 of the packet.
That might be a typo on my end from a previous project, which is not a good look, but that's what that would be.
So there is no ADU and there's no barn?
No. Yeah, that's from a previous project,
Okay,
but same flashing.
okay.
That is gonna
Yeah,
be for trim. Good catch.
yeah, the
A
flashing is not an
typo on
issue
my
for me,
part.
but yeah, I just wanted to,
Thank
I'm
you.
sure you're
I
well aware of the
apologize.
ADU restrictions we have here. And
Yeah.
I didn't see anything like that on the drawing, but I just wanted to
No,
clarify.
there's no barn. But that is the correct flashing.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So would my committee like to make a recommendation on the type of privacy screen we want to see on that?
Yeah, it seems to me like there's still going to be a line of sight from that upper deck in the house behind. Didn't it, didn't it look that way to you? Like it was a
Yeah,
pretty steep angle there.
there was a steep angle, so I think generally what our privacy screens are, aren't they like 6 feet high
Yes,
and 8 feet
8 feet
wide?
wide, correct.
Does that
Multiple
seem,
sections, but that's one.
does one section seem appropriate for this, or do we need to have more? Do you think that there should maybe be two, Terry?
Uh, well, it just seemed like a pretty steep angle to me.
Yeah.
And since the thing is sunken, that might take care of some of it, but still you've got adults walking out and going down to the tub, right?
Yeah.
Uh, it it I think it should be um, maybe reassessed, maybe for a higher screen.
Okay.
Is
I
that
think
possible?
I think we start running into our own
Yeah, yeah.
policies. I think because it is sunken that the 6 feet might be enough. I just wonder if maybe it should be two panels, or is the width an issue, do you think?
I wasn't concerned so much about the width
How
as
how
the height.
how wide is the pad there, Lauren?
Um, it is 6'2".
6'2".
So one 8-foot panel should be more than sufficient.
I think I'd be happy with that. Committee, have any comments, concerns about that?
That's fine with me.
So a wooden 6x8 privacy screen?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I ask some questions on the height before we close that item?
Sure.
Yeah, so one, I just want to make sure I'm understanding when you say 6 feet, are you saying 6 feet tall? Are you meaning 6 feet tall from the walking surface?
Well, the panel is actually, I think they come 6 feet, don't they?
Well, I think to answer Lauren's question, I think the section, the screen itself, however it is installed, the screen material will be 6 feet tall. So
Right.
From
if,
the walking surface?
yeah, I imagine, yeah.
I would say as long as you use a 6 foot by 8 foot panel, I don't care how high you can put it higher if you want. I mean, you're not going to bury it, right? Is that, am I missing the point?
Yeah,
That,
maybe
that
I'm not quite understanding
well,
what you mean
that's
by panel versus screen. I don't know if it's just a,
euphemism, same
um,
thing.
Yeah,
Screen
well,
okay.
panel.
generally they
Yeah.
come in panels. If it's, if you build it yourself, that it's a standard size. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, could we, if we need it, just because I want to obviously still make sure that we're adhering to the intent of the design and the aesthetics of the design, so we don't have too many different things going on. I don't know if you're able to pull it up, Alan, but it's the screen. We're gonna have some towel hooks there. Um,
Give me a
that,
page.
if you go to A2.2 or an elevation sheet, you might be able to see it better. Either of those.
Yeah, I think any solution that you come up with would be fine for that. We just want some privacy. This is
Okay.
your design. Make it your own way.
what kind of material do we want the vents to be made of?
Did you have something planned, Lauren?
Yeah, because we have wood, it's kind of like a little Scandinavian look, but 2x4s vertical that's serving as a guardrail where the bench is, and that we're gonna hang towel hooks from there off the hot tub deck. We could use that same motif just where the hot tub is and be
Um,
mounted on the concrete wall.
Do you have a drawing, Alan?
I'm almost there. I'm looking for
Okay.
2.2. Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Just so we stay in line with the design aesthetics.
No, this is your design. I want to make sure that you're happy with it. I don't want to impose any of our design ideas on you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Just trying to get this out of the way. Okay. Lauren, where am I looking at 2.2?
Yeah, you can go 2.2, kind of go to the hot tub deck if you
Okay.
didn't mind.
Yeah.
And maybe zoom in a little bit, just might make it a little
Yeah.
more clear for everybody.
Yeah.
So see those where it says towel hooks?
Looking.
There's that vertical screen,
Right
it's
here.
wood guardrail. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do the same thing
There you go.
where you're requesting the screen for the hot tub.
This is what you're talking about. Where
Mhm.
the
Correct. Yeah.
so something similar to that wall made into a screen, right?
Yeah.
Consisting
Yep.
of 6 feet tall by 8 feet wide.
Yeah, and 6 feet from the walking surface.
Correct.
Okay.
Where would that be on the diagram there?
I don't know if I'm not able to draw on this, otherwise I would show you exactly where, but if you see where the hot tub is,
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm wondering if can you share your screen, Lauren? If I
I'm
stop
not
sharing,
able to. Maybe if you stop sharing, but I have through
let's
this
try.
link, yeah, I have limited access.
Okay. Okay, I'll go back to sharing. And you drive where you want me to go.
I can try and guide you.
Okay,
So if you look where grid 2 is coming across the hot tub there,
right there.
yep, and then pull your cursor just down where that concrete wall is.
This. Oh, concrete wall.
Yep, right there. Can we put that same matching screen just right there in front of the hot tub?
Right here.
Correct.
What's it screening? What's in that direction? Is that the neighbor's
Yeah.
house?
No, the neighbor's house is kind of at an angle to that.
Yeah.
You can see
Uh,
on the
That
site
would probably
plan.
hide half of it.
Yeah,
So is that 8 feet concrete wall?
Yeah.
8 inches. It's not
Oh.
8 feet.
Oh.
8 inches.
I
Yeah.
was thinking width. So what would 8 feet look like?
Well, there's right now to the hot tub is 6'2". So I don't really think it'd be necessary to continue that. I don't think that's gaining you any additional privacy
no,
for the
it's
neighbor.
it's on the left side that I'm concerned about, on the left side of the pad where the hot tub is.
Yeah, exactly.
Over
Okay,
here.
you're concerned about this side then
Right,
here.
yeah.
South side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I happen to have a high deck in my house, and you know, it would take more than a 6 foot screen to screen off a hot tub from me.
So are you thinking
Not
that,
that I want to sit out there and look at my neighbor's hot tub, but
Well,
yeah, they're
depending
fun
on
to
if they
have, but
go,
they're not. Go
if
ahead,
they walk
Patrick.
out naked like we've had before,
yeah,
you
yeah.
had to screen it.
Yeah.
Yes, that has happened. So are you suggesting, Terry, that we put the privacy screen on as we look at it on the left side of it
Yeah, but it
rather
doesn't,
than on the bottom?
yeah, but it doesn't have to be, excuse me, it doesn't have to be, I wouldn't think like a solid screen. Like
No,
yeah,
yeah, I don't think so either. If there's a more aesthetic approach that
yeah, yeah.
you as the go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting any particular aesthetics, although I like the idea of the Scandinavian vibe. But maybe just a little higher and
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think,
To chime in, I mean, me
go
personally,
ahead.
just from a design perspective, because this hot tub is sunken, you know, 6 feet does seem pretty tall because this is not sitting on the deck per se.
Right.
So you think when you're sitting in the hot tub, you're gonna have like a 6 foot screen hovering over you. That just seems a little excessive from a design perspective, personally. Um, you know, would you guys be willing to work on the height with us? And I can maybe show some diagrams and renderings of, you know, some different, maybe a height that's a little lower than 6 feet, maybe 6 feet from the bottom of the hot tub. Um,
I think this is an important, I want you to get it right and I want us to get this right.
correct.
Maybe we
Yeah.
can approve everything but that, and maybe we can come back and discuss this because I'm not sure what the best angle would be to occlude the space from the neighbor. And I want you to be happy with it too. I don't want us to
Yeah.
impose
Thank
something
you.
that's not working for either one of us. So would you feel comfortable coming back and giving us some design
Yeah,
ideas
that's
for
fine.
our concern
Yeah.
here?
Yep. Yeah. And I think it'd be helpful. I can show some perspective views. I don't have the neighbor's house necessarily modeled in our drawings, but I have it located
Okay.
in my 3D model. And so I can maybe just put a block or a massing and do an angle from that house. So you can kind of get an idea of if you'd see the hot tub and what size screen works best. How does that sound?
Yeah,
That sounds good to me. What do
that's
you
great.
all think?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Would we want
it's
to,
not going to be a pretty diagram. It'll be rough and dirty, but
That's
it'll
fine. Yeah, yeah,
get you the point.
would
yeah.
we want to contact the neighbor to see if they even would want a privacy screen or if that would bother them at all?
Well, it's not necessarily just about that neighbor. What if that neighbor moves tomorrow and then the next neighbor doesn't like it? So I'm thinking about it in the future.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys willing to work with us on the height. And again, you know, we want to make it, you know, the design look good. You know, it's turning out to be a really nice project. So we really want to make sure that it's still beautiful, but then also make sure it's, you know, functional and meets the neighbors' needs and the Sedham Valley's needs.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. And
Okay.
is everybody else okay with that approach?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
give
Okay, and
me,
Alan, I can email those to you and you'll distribute to the team.
I certainly will.
Great,
And
thank you.
to put a bow on it, can you give me a trial run at a motion?
I
Yeah.
move
First of all, are everybody
Oh,
okay with everything else? In
I thought we
item
were.
5?
I thought we were.
Okay. Go ahead, Terry.
So that was my motion. I move to approve everything at this point and then revisit the hot tub
Great,
enclosure.
Okay. So
Thank
so
you.
we're approving everything but the hot tub at this point, right?
That's my motion.
Okay.
got it. And
All in
then,
favor?
sorry,
Go
Daniel,
ahead, Ellen.
I was just going to say to put a closure on it. Lauren, is this something that you're comfortable getting ready for our next meeting, which is going to be on November 20th?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'll be, I mean, everything's pretty much there. The
Okay.
screen's, you know, real quick to model.
Okay.
And yeah,
All
I'll
right.
just put some
So
quick
submissions by the
perspective.
13th, next meeting is the 20th. I just want to put a time band around there. Approve all except hot tub. Submit by 11:13.
Would we want to approve the hot tub and what we're holding off on is the location and type of privacy screen?
I don't think there's any point in that. I mean, it's not like they're going to put the hot tub in tomorrow.
No.
So let's just keep that all as one package.
Okay,
I
well,
think there's
then
an
I could be able to
understanding.
get the hot tub in by the 20th and doesn't matter.
I was gonna, maybe you know, Lauren, how are they gonna get that hot tub in there?
Don't know yet. There's going to be some means and methods on this project with the slope, but that's for the contractor to figure out, not me.
All right, well, I just want to be there when they do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mike's
so,
gonna do it with his bare hands, just muscle it down.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been working
Anyway,
out.
any way you do it, Mike, I want to be there and watch. Okay, so we got a motion on the table.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're almost there. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, let's go to, is it 6 that's next?
Yeah.
The trees.
It's
Okay, yeah,
still Mike, but Lauren might have dropped. Oh, she's still there.
I'm still on here, but I'll drop. I'll give you a call later, Mike. And again, thank you, Alan and Daniel for leading, and Alan for all your help and guidance. You guys have been really great, so I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you
Bye,
so much,
everyone. Have a
Lauren.
nice day.
Bye. Okay, yeah, it looks like you got an arborist report on this one, Mike. Is that right?
I did, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Labeled high risk, from Bartlett, Tree Consultants.
And I think the arborist offered 2 options. And of the 2, I think we like the idea of leaving a habitat snag there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with either of the options, whichever one the committee will approve. I'm mostly concerned about the tree falling on my house and propane tank.
I agree, yeah. It's quite a sight. Committee, is that your consensus, the tree snag? It looks like it could be no more than 40 feet high.
Yeah.
Can I get a motion on that then?
So moved.
Terry,
All in
thank you.
favor?
Aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Okay,
Very good. Thank you all.
thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
All right. Alan, help me, which
Well,
would be next for
next
our
in line,
group? Yeah,
severing Whispering Cedars, that's Manson and Shing.
is that 7?
Yeah, 7 and 8.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there's a little confusion on this one. Is Manson there?
Manson, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
You've got 2 planters there in your parking pad.
Yes.
Are you proposing more planters in the setback area?
No,
Okay, yeah. Request pay, on parking pad within lot side setback. Okay, so it's just that it's within 5 feet of your neighbor's
Correct.
property.
Correct.
yes,
Of the
that's
property line.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
So
Yeah.
one is the planters in the front yard and the other one is the placement of the planters.
okay. Committee, do we have any comments on this or questions or concerns?
So I have a question. So if it's within the 5 feet
Yeah,
of the property line,
yes.
if the neighbor approves or agrees, then there's no problem with that? Is that correct?
The request is the variance that Manson is asking of the committee to place it in his side setback, not the neighbor's.
Oh.
So I mean, he's asking for to put it on his property. The committee can ask for, hey, what does the neighbor think? You know, you can do that, but
So
I can actually help in on that. I've spoken with Jan Wilson, the neighbor, because her garage is possibly too close to the lot line, and that whole area is unkept. We placed the planters there to provide privacy both for her and for us, and because it's a rare sun spot on our lot. And so I've moved the planters as far as possible onto our parking pad and still have them drain into the soil. And as far as I'm aware, Jan doesn't have any issue with their placement at this point.
Okay.
well, the restriction I think is more about permanent structures.
Yeah.
And these are planters that are movable. And it looks like, is your parking pad actually does that go into the setback a little bit?
You know, I don't know without doing a survey of it.
Okay.
I really don't know. It's really tight in there. For both sides of the lot, our parking pad, I don't think intrudes upon the properry line. As far as
Yeah, I
the
didn't get the
setback
impression that it
goes,
did
it's
either.
indeterminate.
I was just wondering what the drawing I'm seeing here, it has, I'm not sure why you have the Whispering Cedars Court with its arrows going to beyond your property lines. What is that part of the
That's
drawing
the
for?
road,
I'm sorry?
Whispering Cedars Court, and then it's a large parking pad that we have.
Oh, in the front of the property, or I'm trying to
I'm
figure out
sorry.
what part, why this drawing looks like this, and it's not more than I understand that you're asking for. So it says planter locations, and it's got the line going up toward the planters that we saw, but then you
Yeah,
also have the Whispering Cedars Court, which has the arrows, dimension arrows going beyond.
yeah, that's just the street to help you orient the view and at large.
Okay. Okay. So there will be no planters there, which was
No, no, no,
okay.
no.
Okay.
The planters are existing. We put them in unthinkingly. I haven't had HOA experiences before. I didn't even stop to think that I needed to do anything about contacting you for these things.
Um, I personally, I mean, I'm okay with the location. They're fine. They're not permanent. Um, and my understanding is that they're on the pad as much as they can, but they still drain a little bit. That's, I don't know. Anybody else have any concerns?
No, I don't have any problems with it. I mean, they are temporary. You know, it hangs over the parking pad a little bit, but you need that drainage into the grass rather than draining onto his parking pad.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'd be in favor of it.
Anybody else have a concern or anything? Questions? We need a motion, Patrick?
Sure. I move to approve items 7 and 8.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Yeah, thanks for sharing that with us. Looks good.
All right, thank you for your time and your approval.
Okay, so I think we have somebody here for Rocky Ridge, right, Alan?
Billy,
Yep, I'm
Billy?
here.
Okay, item 9, 29 Rocky Ridge.
9 and 10.
9 and 10, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, number 9. We have a swing set, which would be on the side of the property. And I think we spoke to your partner about your understanding of the property line. But yeah, we spoke to you on the phone too, right?
Yeah. So it looks like I pulled up all the map or the stuff that the builder had given me when we moved in, and it looks like it's 19 feet the side of the house where the garage is at right there to the edge of the property line.
Okay.
And then looking on what the park reserve is between me and my neighbor is another 35 feet to their property line. I'm not sure how far their house is set off of there. So it's quite a ways over there. And then, that park reserve is a 35-foot band that goes all the way down between all the houses. So I can easily, set that closer to the house, and I'll be well within the 5-foot setback
Okay.
from the property line. That's no big deal. Like I said, it's a pretty small swing set. It's just 3 swings. It doesn't have slides or a fort or anything like that. Like some of the ones that I just drove around this morning, even looking at in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. So we can set it as far back on the property as possible to kind of hide it back there. But I mean, I just drove by 2 houses this morning within a block of our house, and they've got gigantic ones that are literally almost in their driveway in front of the house with no screens or anything in front of them.
Yeah, I mean,
So I think this one's pretty hidden and inconspicuous.
yeah, we get a lot of people that just put them up without
Oh, I'm sure.
approval,
Yeah, I
and
understand.
and
And that's
and
why I
I
wanted to go
appreciate
through the right routes.
we certainly appreciate your coming to us with this. So thank you. Um,
Yeah,
committee?
your wife mentioned that you go take the kids down to Blowdale Donovan for the playground there.
Yeah, she did do that. But we homeschool our kids too. So,
Mhm.
it's while she's teaching one kid or something, it's nice to just be able to send them outside and say, hey, go play on the swing
Yeah.
set, for recess instead of having to load the whole family up and drive down the road, you know.
Right. Yeah, but she wasn't aware that there was a playground and swing set over in Gate One, right across from near the pool in the Barn 8.
Yeah, I get that, but
Yeah, I'm just letting
I,
you
I, I
know.
guess it's just like saying, well, I guess you don't need a kitchen because there's restaurants in the area. You know what I mean? It would be nice to be able to enjoy our property. And the fact that I do see other playgrounds in the area, and it is set back quite far where I don't even think you're going to see it back there in that back corner. Um, I guess that's why we were hoping that this would be okay.
Any other comments, committee?
I'll move to approve as submitted.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to drive all the way to Blowdell.
Okay. It is nice to go to different parks, but it is, like I
No, I
said,
know.
sometimes with homeschooling the kids, it's nice to just let them go outside and play for a second.
I completely understand. Okay. No Ford on it though, okay?
So,
Oh, no.
Daniel, you weren't interested in the screen?
That's, it would have been nice, but I've got my own issues with playgrounds, so I'm okay.
It'd be hard to get for the kids to get there if
Yeah.
there were a screen in the front because of that wall next to the driveway.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
house is kind of built into the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're good with that.
Okay, great.
I was just using that for Daniel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick. I'm so shy. I hate to bring things up. All right, so let's move on to the next one, which is the trees.
And
What
this
is
one, I
that?
kind of, after I submitted it, I kind of started talking with my wife, and we're okay with the big maple tree of just trimming it back because we do like having that maple tree there. It is a pretty tree, but we did
It's
have that huge branch that fell off and it pierced the roof.
is the one that's on the ground there the one that pierced the roof?
I'm not sure because we didn't build this house. We just bought it
Okay.
from a builder.
Yeah.
So it had happened, I guess, back in November or something, whenever you guys had a big storm here. Um, but they hadn't fixed it for a while because they didn't know that it had pierced the roof. And so there was
Oh,
some
yeah.
damage in the garage that they had to fix when we put in an offer on the house that our inspector found. So it's just, concerning that there's that huge tree looming over the house. And we spoke with the neighbor next door. And, I didn't want to go over there and say, hey, all these trees are on your property. I just moved in. You need to take care of them. So I said, I'm willing to pay for them if you're okay with me dealing with them. And he said, oh, no, I appreciate that. And I absolutely would split the cost with you if that's okay. And I said, yeah, anything helps. So I didn't want to be that neighbor that just moved in and all of a sudden started telling my neighbors to start tearing
Sure.
trees
Yeah.
down.
Well, it can be a little intimidating when you move to this. I've got trees all over that could fall into my house at any moment. It's a little scary when I look up in the skylight and see the wind blowing them around. And it's
Yeah, I
just
mean, we just had one on the house literally to the west of us. A tree fell over and took out their entire gazebo in the last storm. So,
yeah.
um, so that one we could amend if necessary to just trim the maple, but the three hemlocks, I'm sure you saw them down by the street. Those are
Yeah. Yeah.
dead and dying, and the whole
Yeah, I think
tops of them are missing.
those were obviously dead, but the maple did look fairly healthy, but we did
Yeah,
notice that it could be trimmed back considerably, which we'd have no problem with. If you thought that the maple was a serious problem, we'd probably need an arborist report because we didn't really see any real damage or health effects on it. But I understand your concern about the dead branches falling down, so I've got no issue with that.
Okay.
Anybody else have any comments about that?
No, I move to approve the removal of the 3 trees that are dead
Okay.
and limbing on the maple.
Okay, great. Yeah, that would be great for us. I appreciate it.
Okay, can all in favor of Patrick's motion?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thanks so much for bringing all this to us.
All righty, thank you so much. You guys have a good day.
Okay, bye. Okay. Okay, let's go to item 11. Ashley is with us, I think.
Right.
Okay.
Ashley, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, we went and visited this property and we spoke to you, right, Ashley?
Yes.
You're the one we spoke to? Okay. It sounds like when we spoke to you, I think you mentioned that you were going to try to work within the trees that you have on your property already, and what you have here is proposed, but you may need to change it depending on the tree roots. Is that the situation?
However you guys want to approve it, I'm willing to work with whatever you guys are willing to approve. I would just like to get it taken care of as soon as possible.
Okay.
I would definitely like to ensure the health of the trees, so I don't want to disrupt the roots or anything like that. So that is a concern. I certainly don't want those trees falling on my house or the neighbor's house because I killed the roots. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to be mindful of with this.
And I think you ensured that you were, well within the outside of the setbacks for your boundaries.
Yeah, the white line is the property line per the tax assessor's website, and
Okay.
then the red line would be the fence.
So it looks pretty close. I mean, how far away from the border is it?
I
On
am not sure
on the
on
photos
the
that I'm
side.
looking at on the top side. Yeah, there you go.
Probably 3 to 5 feet, but it's following the corner of the house.
But you said you might angle
It
it
would come,
in toward the
yeah,
corner to avoid disturbing that.
yeah. I would pull it inward towards like more into my lot rather than out of my lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would feel more comfortable with bringing it in a little closer to the edge of
Okay.
that property line, depending on what the trees allow. But that's pretty close. If it's not 5 feet away from the property line, that could be an issue
Okay.
and it would require a variance. But from the drawing, it looks like it would be maybe a foot away. Does that sound right based on what your understanding was?
No, these were the best photos I could get, aerial photos I could get to try
Sure.
to give you the scope. I think the house is probably 3 to 5 feet from the property line. It's just kind of hard to demonstrate that with these lines that I laid down in this application.
Your house is this right here, right?
Yes.
And what you're talking about is this distance from here to
Yes.
here. It's close, obviously.
Yeah.
One would assume if it's been built a while ago, it was subscribed to the 5 foot, but there's no, I don't know if they had a
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
variance.
them that haven't done that.
Yeah, yeah, they just kind of bled over, with
Yeah.
or without permission. So it's
But
cozy.
but my concern would be building a fence then on top of that to further encroach into that space. I would say, I mean, would it be reasonable to ask you to bring that 5 feet from the property line? Your fence?
This,
We can certainly attempt to do that. The only thing is what if the house is within 5 feet of the property line?
Well, we're not gonna, there's nothing we can do about that, but I think I wouldn't want to exacerbate that encroachment by putting a fence right up against the property line too. Your house, I mean, obviously, we're not gonna do anything about that, but I think if we could bring that fence 5 feet away from that property line, I'd feel more comfortable.
Okay.
Is that how the committee feels?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the other dimension looks okay if we just ensure that there's a 5 foot setback on what we're looking at is the top. Does that sound good, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so could you put that into a motion then, Terry?
I move to approve the request as long as the 5 foot inside the property line is observed.
Does that make sense to you?
Does that make sense?
I understand it. I just want to make
Okay.
sure that our neighbor understands it.
That
that-
makes sense to me. Yeah.
Okay?
So let me repeat it as Ashley, how you're going to see it. What I'm going to say is basically you've been approved as long as the fence is adjusted to be no closer than 5 foot to your property line.
Perfect.
Is that fair to everybody?
That sounds
Yeah.
like the motion.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, all in favor of that motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thanks so much,
Awesome.
Ashley.
Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, bye.
Number 12, Keith.
12, Keith.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Well, you probably all have my materials there. I just did want to clarify that the tree is basically on the property line as far as my neighbor and I can tell. He is aware of everything that's going on. We're in a group text, and the contractor would use their driveway at 3 Cascade Lane because it's the closest, easiest access to the tree. And yeah, so if you do look on aerial photos online, like the canopy of the tree is more on our property, so we all agreed it would be best for me to put in for the permits.
Okay.
And it is
So-
leaning towards my house instead of his area, but he's also
So-
concerned about the tree.
So there's more urgency for you.
Yeah, more urgency for me for sure.
Okay.
But he is willing to also help with the cost and the use of the driveway and everything, so we're all kosher with the neighbor on the situation.
Okay. We would like to get that in writing before this actually
Okay.
occurs,
Yeah, that's fine.
just for our
Um,
records.
Yeah, we can arrange that. The contractor said they could be available as early as next week, but I should be able to email my neighbor Chris and get his signature on something for you. Do you want to send me something for him to sign, or should I?
Alan, how should he do that?
No, it's basically he says, "Hi, I'm so and so at this address. I authorize the removal of this tree shared by
Okay.
you guys." That's all.
And you can do
Okay.
that on an email, right?
Yeah, email's fine.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so any other concerns here? Terry, did you
Yeah,
have something?
would you be willing to preserve the dead trunk as a snag?
Because it is still, it's only like 10 feet from our house. I mean, how tall? I mean, I guess if you really want us to, we could leave a 9-foot snag.
Yeah, just any kind of wildlife habitat would be good. The woodpeckers really love it.
Yeah, I'm a bird guy. I'm a wildlife biologist. I understand the need for
Oh, okay, good.
kinds of things. I wouldn't mind using it for firewood since we have a fireplace and wood burning stove. But if you guys want, I would agree to a 9-foot snag, but no taller, just out of risk of hitting our house. But there also is, the previous owner had a fence in there. It was like a wire fence, and even if it's 5 foot tall or dropping large pieces of bark, it will probably break my fence posts or bend the wire.
All right, 9 foot seems reasonable. Usually
Okay.
they go up to like 40 feet, but I think that would be excessive here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as it falls and doesn't hit the house,
Yeah.
I'm okay leaving a snag.
All right. You want to make a motion on that, Terry, please?
Yes, I move to approve with the provision that a snag is left, a 9-foot snag is left.
And the neighbor.
And the neighbors approve, yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. All right, all in favor of that motion?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I'll contact Chris, my neighbor, and have him send an ACC email message with this permit and everything attached. So everything's open.
Okay. Thank you, Keith.
Yeah. I appreciate all you do, and have a good day.
All right, see ya. Okay, let's move on to item 13. 9 Highwood Circle. I think we have Hugh.
Present. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah, I'm just looking at the application. My committee have any comments here? So you had an arborist look at these trees, and this is the report.
Yeah.
Correct. One of most concerned from our and the exposed canopy.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. I don't think we actually visited this one. I think we saw
No.
that you had an arborist report.
Yeah, and there's photos, and if you would like, I'm happy to do a video right now.
Here's photos.
Yeah, I see a couple photos here, but
That's top down. Look at that
Yeah.
snag, yeah. And here's the hollow.
yeah, that looks pretty bad.
And looking up.
Yeah.
And
Lots
proximity.
of photos. Good report.
Yeah.
Okay. Any comments, committee?
Just to clarify, it was on the neighbors, so we did a registered mail letter, handwritten, and they thank us, and you should see the email attached to the bottom giving permission.
Seems like everything's in order. Did you get a motion on this one?
I move to approve.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you.
Thank you all so much. Have a great day.
Okay. Item 14. I think we went over all this on Tuesday.
No.
Any other comments, questions? Get a motion on this one?
I move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. 15 we did.
3 and
Got
4.
some 3 and 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do 3. Okay, we don't have anybody here, right, Alan?
No, nobody on
Okay.
the phone.
Oh yeah, we went and visited this one. I think the tree needs to go.
Yes, I agree.
All right, could you make a motion for that, Terry?
I move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that one's good. And then 4. I think it looked like this one, I think we decided this one probably could go. We didn't see any damage to the driveway. It's definitely dying. It's a non-native tree, blue spruce. Is that what it was, Terry?
Yeah, Norway spruce.
Norway.
Yeah. It says blue spruce in their description, but I'll defer to you on that. But not a native tree. It's on its way out. It's not dead, but it's on its way out. And I think we could approve this, but we would like some kind of replacement because it is kind of a prominent tree in that space. So do you have a suggestion for what could be in there, Terry, as a replacement? They suggested a rhododendron.
Yeah. Perhaps, a lot of people, Jap maples are not native, but a lot of people in that area are growing Jap maples. And that would not likely cause any damage to the driveway. But it would also require stump removal of the.
Yeah, if they did not leave a snag.
Yes, if they don't
Maybe
leave a snag.
If they don't leave a snag, maybe we can make sure that we replace it with a tree rather than a bush, and a tree, Japanese maple or maybe a native tree. So give the option of a native tree or Japanese maple.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a native tree that would be suitable for there. I'm gonna have to do some more homework, but yeah, a small tree.
Okay. So put that in a motion for us, please.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I move to approve the removal of the tree because it doesn't look healthy. And we'd like to ask the homeowner to consider replacing it with a native tree.
If they don't leave a snag.
Suggestion.
Or
yeah.
a snag.
Including the word consider leaves it open-ended because they could say, yeah, I thought about it, didn't want to do it, but I thought about it. So if the intention is thou shalt plant a native tree or bush, we should specify it in that manner.
Okay. How about
Good
this?
distinction.
If they want a rhododendron, they need to leave a snag. If they replace it with a tree, then they don't need to leave a snag.
They need to bring the root out.
If they plant the tree there, yeah.
Well, they'd have to remove the stump to plant a tree. Yeah.
Okay, so we're approving the removal. If they leave a snag, we're fine, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. If they want to plant rhodies, then the stump should be removed.
No.
Right?
No. Rhodies are fine if they leave a snag, or if there's a stump. Rhodies are fine with that.
Okay.
But,
so snag alone is fine. If they want to plant rhodies, that's fine. If they leave the snag.
Yep.
Or they remove everything and plant a native tree.
Yes.
Or Japanese maple.
Or an ornamental tree. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Well, they have
native.
to, if they leave a snag, they have to do a rhodie, or can they just?
No, they don't. They don't have to. But they said they wanted to plant a rhodie.
Yep.
So leaving a snag and planting a rhodie, doing both of those things is fine.
Yep.
So what do we have? 3 options. One is snag alone, snag with the rhodie, or a native tree.
Native or ornamental tree.
Without a stump.
No stump.
Right.
Okay. It's a good solid motion. All in favor?
Took me a while to get there.
There you go.
Aye.
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 Okay. All right. Is that?
That's everybody.
That's everybody. Okay. All right. This meeting is adjourned at 10:10.